Woo! Oh yeah, baby, we back. Yeet Man 420. Hang on, let me turn on my fan here. There we go. Yeet Man 420 back at it again with another Minecraft Hunger Games Let's Play. Today we're going to be talking about the pandemic known as 90 Day Fiance and TLC. And I tell you what, if there's one thing TLC is really good at, it's finding the most abhorrent, the most fucked up, the most retarded human beings on the planet, and they're profiting off of these sad, pathetic people. That's all TLC is, right? And I think the greatest travesty when it comes to TLC is the fact that TLC is an acronym for the Learning Channel. What in God's name do you learn on TLC besides the fact, like, what do you learn on TLC besides besides how stupid and moronic the world can be, right? So 90 Day Fiance, let's get into it, right? I've watched it a lot with my parents, right? You know, it's really good TV show. It's really good at, like, making you just zone out. And you just zone out and you don't care about anything, right? You're just watching this pile of garbage that's been presented to you on a silver platter. So you think it's cool. You think it's worth your time because the presentation is nice, and the presentation is really nice. And we're watching the before the 90 days, and YouTubers love reacting to these clips too because it's good content. Like, I think PewDiePie made a video on it, right? It's good content. Yeah, we love the content before the 90 days. That's what it is. And I tell you what, man, it's so pathetic seeing these rich Americans getting paired up with these people from third world countries like the Philippines and Nigeria and Ukraine. These people who have no money, and they go to their country, like the guy with no neck, and he has all these weird standards that could never be upheld in a third world country like the Philippines. And I tell you what, man, before the 90 days, perhaps the saddest thing about that show is the guy I forgot his name, but he was like a pro bowler in the 70s, and he spent $100,000 on this girl from Ukraine whom he hadn't met for years. And finally the camera crew tracks her down because they know she's scamming the fuck out of him on some Russian dating website, right? And then he asks to propose, and then he proposes to her at the airport when he's just about to leave Ukraine, and she, you can tell by the look in her eyes that she is just stone-faced and soulless and like, oh my god, what have I gotten myself into? Oh my god! And she has to say yes because she's being filmed. What if she said no? I bet you. So he bought, they were explaining on the Zoom call, because the pandemic happened, that he bought a fake ring, which is funny, which is kind of ironic because she was probably gonna sell that shit anyway, right? She's probably gonna sell it the moment he got on the plane and left. The moment he stepped on that fucking plane, she's going to the jewelry store to see how much she can pawn that thing off for. And it's it's this guy. This guy is so sad and pathetic, and you feel like it's like you feel sad for him in the same way that you see like a turtle who's flipped over on the back of its shell, and it's like struggling to turn itself over, but it can't because I don't know, it's like it can't turn itself over for some reason. That's like the level of sadness and pity that I feel for this guy. And yeah, let's move on. Yeah, we'll talk about the guy with the no neck, the Big Ed guy. He appeared on the H3 podcast. That's how I first found out about him. The H3 podcast with Ethan Klein. And he puts mayonnaise in his hair, and he needs to sleep on 1,000 linen sheets because his dick is too small for anything else, apparently. And he's like, he has all these weird things that he wants the Filipino girl to do. I can't remember the semantics of it, because when I'm watching that show, my brain goes absolutely numb from the stupidity of it. Right? So, and the Big Ed guy, he's such a meme. He became such a meme a couple months ago. Yeah, a couple months ago he became a big meme just because of his appearance and his demeanor on the 90 Day show. And you know, you have to feel bad for this fucking Filipino girl. She's just trying to escape her horrible life. I mean all the foreign people are, to an extent. They're just trying to get out of their shithole of a country to come for a green card. It's, you know, you get that vibe from a lot of the couples on that show. They just want to move to America. And this girl, like, of all people she could have hooked up with online, she has to pick the 54-year-old guy with no neck. Like, you couldn't find anyone else? You're an attractive woman! Her name is Rose. Alright, I remember now. Her name is Rose. She's an attractive woman. And she picks the no-neck guy! She picks the guy with no neck! Oh, Jesus. Man. Why? You can do so much better than that. Alright, let's get to the, I'm looking at the Nigerian guy on my screen here. The Nigerian guy who's actually handsome, and he's with this fucking MILF, this Karen, who's controlling, and when he does something she doesn't like, she lets him know immediately, like, don't do that, or it's like, do it now. Like Emperor Palpatine or some shit. Oh my god, that girl is fucking outrageous. And this dude, I can't remember his name. I can't remember any of the names of these people. I can't remember the girl's name either. But oh my god, and he's like, he comes from a country, Nigeria, a country that doesn't, like, they have respect for women, but there's a lot of things that women can't do in Nigeria because of their religion. And it's like these two opposing forces are clashing because that fucking wedding that fucking wedding with the Nigerian guy and the girl, and they're filming the audience. Like, obviously they cut it up so it looks a lot worse than it is, right? Like, not everything you see is happening in the moment when they do jump cuts in TV shows. That's like TV 101. But you see the parents of this guy and the people in the audience, like, they have they have their faces buried in their hands, and they're stone faced, and they're showing no emotion at all other than sadness. Oh my god. How could you subject your family to such bullshit? All for a fucking green card. Just get a job get a job in coding. Silicon Valley is always looking for diversity. They'll hire you in a heartbeat if you're a full stack developer in a foreign country. They'll send you over to Google. They'll send you over to Google in SoCal, where the rent is more expensive than a used Honda Civic. And you, all right, a bit of a tangent. Let's move on to the next train wreck that you can't look away from. The Australian girl with the bubblegum shit haircut, and her lesbian American whatever. I think she's a YouTuber as well. I don't know. I think I saw YouTube videos about her, and it's like they get to one point where the Australian candy haircut looking ass girl is like coming out to her parents as gay or bisexual or lesbian or bisexual. I don't know. I can't remember which one it was, and oh my god. And these parents have to act like they're not surprised. They know it. They know it was coming, but in the back of their heads, you can tell they're like, you have to bring a fucking film crew into this intervention we're having because boomers can't accept the fact that their kids are gay for some reason, right? And it. Man, I tell you what. TLC is the, and I'm going to quote Sam Hyde here. TLC is the mental equivalent of popcorn, right? It's popcorn. It's like it's mindless. It's mind numbing. It serves no purpose other than to make you zone out from your horrible, miserable life. And you can take solace in the fact that you're not one of these idiots who's spending loads of money on some person who's like X amount of years older or younger than you. And you only have 90 days to decide whether or not you want to marry a person. Like, that's a good idea in any capacity, even under the normal circumstances of a relationship. Oh, and I forgot about the other black girl who's getting catfished by a guy. She's not that interesting. Anyway, yeah, TLC, 90 Day Fiance. Fucking garbage, but you can't look away from it. It's the best form of train wreck popcorn, mindless garbage that you could ever watch in your entire life, and it's so oh god. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.